Welcome to Big Pat Sports Talk. What's going on YouTube? What's going on Instagram, Twitter, all platforms? Welcome to another episode of Big Pat Sports Talk. And yes, as you can see, we have a new studio set up. Man, thank you guys for your support. We got the studio fixed, man. We got the studio the way that we wanted it. I appreciate you guys for last month for viewing the videos. We had extremely good last month, and this is the result. We got a new studio for you guys. But today's subject, the New York Giants news today, we're going to be talking about Mr. Daniel Bellinger, the future tight end one for the New York Giants, and the future is now. He's showing it right now in OTAs. He's getting first team reps. He's catching everything. He blocks well. He receives well. And this guy was majorly underrated in the NFL draft. I said that we can get him in the 5th round. If you go through my videos, you go through my mock drafts, I had us taking him in the 5th round in one of my mock drafts. And lo and behold, he was right there in the 5th round. Very underrated. They didn't like him as a receiving tight end. And the only reason why you didn't like him as a receiving tight end is because he was at San Diego State and they didn't use the tight ends in receiving that much. But when they was used, he made plays, man. He has underrated speed and his blocking is tremendous. And this guy's going to be tight end one. He's getting first team reps, guys, with a healthy Ricky Seals-Jones and a healthy Jordan Akins. Jordan Akins has been dropping passes in OTAs. He dropped a couple of passes today. Ricky Seals-Jones, he's a receiving tight end, but he really can't block that well. This guy here, to my right, he's showing that he can receive and block. And that's why he's getting first team reps. Brian Daboll is the type of coach that, hey, look, I'm going to put the guy in there that's making the most plays, that's showing me the most. He comes to work every day. And he shows progress, and he's just the best guy for the job. And that's what Daniel Bellinger has proven in OTAs so far. Yes, it's only OTAs, guys. I do understand. We got training camp, we got preseason, we got the regular season. I can't wait to see this guy in action. Because, for one, he helps out the running game tremendously. He's like an extra lineman out there on the field. And, yes, I said an extra lineman. His blocking is that good. Look at his film. This guy's blocking people into the Gatorade coolers. Literally. Like, he's taking people from the line of scrimmage 10, 15. One block, he took a guy 22 yards down the field. It was absolutely ridiculous the way he blocks. He also helps in the screen game. Hey, look, if you want to have him in there on the screen pass to Saquon Barkley and that guy's out there blocking, he has the speed to get out there in the open field to block a linebacker or a DB. And when he gets a hold of him, it's over with. That's why this guy's on the field. This guy's also on the field because he's showing that he's a good receiving tight end. That it was just a small sample size at San Diego State because they didn't use him the way that he was supposed to be used at San Diego State because of the system. This is why film study matters. These guys studied the film, and they probably couldn't believe that Daniel Bellinger was there in the 5th round. And I'll be honest with you, I predicted that he'd be there in the 5th round just because he wasn't used as a receiving tight end. He was used primarily as a blocker. But when he caught the ball, he made big plays in the passing game. So we have the coach that has the mindset to be like, hey, look, this guy could be used in the passing game with the best of them. Let's see what he got. They put him out there on the field, and he wowed them. And so he's showing very good promise. And I'm excited about this guy. And I'm saying it right here, right now. This guy is the #1 tight end for the New York Giants going into this 2022 season. Let's look at a couple of quotes out to the media room. We're going to look at a couple of quotes. Let's get into it. All right, this first quote here, this is from Mr. Art Stapleton, and it goes, Daniel Jones continues to work tight ends in the red zone situations, and rookie Daniel Bellinger has been active in drills we've seen. Jordan Akins had a chance at a deep ball from Tyrod Taylor, but he dropped it as well. Going to be interesting to see Bellinger in full contact. That is true. That is very true. As I said earlier, Jordan Akins dropped his opportunity today, but Bellinger, he picked it up. Bellinger is going to be a nice target for us in the red zone. No doubt about it. He's going to be a nice player to have in the red zone, period. Reason why, he's a very good blocker, so we can use him in running situations. And then, since he's a very good blocker, when we can sneak him out, let him pretend to block and then sneak him out into the back of the end zone and throw him an easy wide open touchdown pass. That's the part of the game that the New York Giants have been missing ever since we lost Pat Shermer, actually, because he used Caden Smith pretty good and he used Ellerson pretty well at that tight end aspect as well. But the Joe Judge era, we had no good plays in the red zone. Very sparingly did we have a good play called up in the red zone for a tight end. We didn't have good blocking, and we didn't have good scheme. We had Evan Ingram, who everybody knows that he is not a threat to give a good block. Did he try? Yes. Did he actually get a little bit better in blocking? Yes, he did. But he is nothing compared to what Daniel Bellinger can do as far as blocking edge or a linebacker or DB trying to sneak in there. He's nothing compared to Daniel Bellinger in that aspect. And Daniel Bellinger can do a good job receiving as well. So I'm agreeing with Art Stapleton here, man. It's going to be interesting to see Bellinger in full contact, because contact is what this guy does, and I think this guy is going to bruise somebody from day one. That's why he's going to be our starting tight end. But that was the first quote from Art Stapleton. All right, here we go. Here's the next little article that I got, man. They said he got a touchdown as well today. He says rookie tight end Daniel Bellinger caught red zone touchdowns from Jones late in practice. The 6th round pick. I'm sorry. I thought we got him in the 5th. We got him in the 6th round pick. No, we got him in the 5th round. 5th round. I think we got him in the 2nd pick of the 5th round. Rookie tight end Daniel Bellinger caught a red zone touchdown from Jones late in practice. The San Diego State product was asked last month how much he can add as a receiver than in college, where he wasn't required to do as much. Daniel Bellinger, and I quote, he says, "A lot," said Bellinger, who didn't have a drop pass last season. Think about that. He didn't have a drop pass. What's the most thing that we cannot stand about the tight end position when we had right here with Evan Ingram? Drop passes. It killed us all the time. This guy did not have a drop all last season at San Diego State. Let that sink in, people. He says, "I think I have a lot to show and, of course, a lot to improve on." So that's another thing, is I want to come out and show that I can be a better receiver and not just a blocker, but also both. Just be a hybrid to help the offense, whether it is blocking or whether it is pass catching. And that's a very good statement, and that's why they brought him here. Good scouting allowed them to scout that this guy can actually be a good pass catcher as well. And he brings what we needed the most out of the tight end position, is the good blocking at the tight end position to get these running backs some doggone yards when we run the ball. And that's what he's going to do. And this is why this guy's going to be tight end 1, day 1 for the New York Giants going forward. And so that's my prediction for Daniel Bellinger going on with the Giants. I do appreciate you guys for watching, but let's get back into the studio. Yeah, we're back into the studio. Mr. Daniel Bellinger, he's already holding up the number 1, because he's going to be the tight end number 1 going forward for the New York Giants. And I definitely appreciate the hard work that he's been putting in. I definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. We got a brand new studio, guys. I'm going to be doing the videos in the studio a little bit more. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Daniel Bellinger, tight end 1 for the New York Giants 2022 season, and I don't think there's a question about it. I think he's better than Ricky Seals-Jones, and I think he's better than Jordan Akins. And we may have a roster with 4 tight ends on this team, because I believe Austin Allen could be that dominant pass catching tight end that we need as well at 6'8" with good speed and can jump up with the best of them and bring it home for us. At the very least, be one of our top red zone threats. So the tight end position was a major weakness. I think it's turned into a major strength in just one off season with a competent GM and a competent coaching staff. Yes, it's only OTAs, but hey, look, nothing but positivity here. And I think we found a tight end that we can move forward with into the future. But if you like what you see, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment. Also, if you want to join the Big Blue crew and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk, go ahead and hit that join button and talk your talk with Big Pat Sports Talk, because you know I'm going to talk my talk no matter what you thought. And for your New York Giants news today, into the next breaking news story from the New York Giants, where you come right here to Big Pat Sports Talk to get your Giants needs. Peace. This has been a Big Blue Crew production.